As it stands, we've been given our tasks, sent on our way, and the first place we go is the foreboding ship. Prepped with a few little spells to help our way to get through it. Of course, the greatest spellbook is littered with spells. So, we hit the docks, and we swim our way down. Swim speed and underwater breathing very effectively. Now, the original mapping that they show is really bad. It's just flatland. This lovely little hump of a landmark is very hard to distinguish on it. It just looks like it's in the middle of it. But we first get going. Strike out the eels guarding the back half of the... Actually, I think it's technically the front half of the ship. Swimming forward, we watch the struggling going through. Confused on how the pathing works, we spend some time digging around. Moving towards the back, we run into our good friend, the sea hag, with her shark companion. I'm not sure what happened to the shark, to be fair with you. I don't remember seeing it. Must have been that pathetic. Because honestly, I can't remember what anything happens to the shark. She gets to find out my one-trick magic missile, spinning her in the water, as we now take pot shots at her. I invested in my nice underwater crossbow, because I'm not shooting any crossbows underwater without it. A trait that does literally nothing besides takes the penalty for shooting underwater. And foreshadowing, the monk has made his way even more towards his unfortunate. And as we started looting, we realized this place has nothing of value. And we swipe some more things that enjoy more delicious magic items. We start gearing up. We find a lovely book titled, what is it? Serving Your Hunger. Has served as her religious text, the basis of her druidicness. And it was the most fragile thing we've had to go pawn off. Thankfully, we're not stupid enough to open chest underwater. And shortly thereafter, we surface back up, finding no evidence or clues of any kind of plague. And as we exit out, we receive a message of dealing with a sudden cult in the local sewers nearby. Sounds of skittering of rats, and the cult of Uragothal have been roaming those areas. So we head down to the sewers to investigate. Of course, at this point, we wander in, now thoroughly not enjoying our lovely shoes being wet. The greedist refuses to walk anywhere in there. Floating disc immediately cast and wandered in. Heading in, we pseudo split. Some of us heading in to go and punch some rats unconscious, and we find out there's some. Oh, I forgot about that trap. There's a screaming mushroom just shortly inside that, as you approach it, alerts all of them. Finding out that we actually need to be capturing the were-rats consciously, unarmed damage ensues. The swarm of rats and the dire rats get slaughtered without care, and the were-rats that we run into start getting punched unconscious. And just as we thought we had safely roamed about, we enter into a fiery area, exploring out their food of choice that they have there. Sniffing around, we kind of meander, just to suddenly get the drop on us. And while the main bulk of the party is off beating up rats and were-rats, actually in this case I think it was the war priest had wandered off. The drow has decided that she needed to wander off. She and the dragon lips have decided to wander towards the south, and in which case they run into another Otuku. of which case he's not actually aggressive. But Otugu being Otugu, they wander forward and beat it unconscious. And after leaving it behind, and asking, do we need to bring this along? Telling him no, they pretty much beat that man to the unconscious state to go for. Searching around our new friend who decided to get the jump on us, we seek around his stuff, finding out he'd been doing of a little more value of it. And the Shrieker itself was a nuisance to sit there and hear. And once again, we saved more lives by simply having this solutioned up. Which I don't know how they would be that much of a nuisance to people, but whatever. Oh, right, I forgot. It was trapped down there. I forgot. That poor Otugu. Well, perhaps no more. Good luck, my friend. I totally forgot how lacking in content this area was. Beyond finding out later that the ship itself was just a red herring to trick you into looking for stuff. The were-rats themselves were a problem just because they were rats, of course. I think they were just tricked into claiming that they were a cult. I mean, at least the were-rats were captured and sent to go do work around the city, so that's always great. Oh, right. The citizens just wanted to have the rats publicly executed. And instead, we got them working around the city because a body's a body in the plague destruction. And the rampant civil war of a plague and demand for food was up and about. But we saved their lives to give them a job. But either way. Oh, well, I guess that didn't happen either. Good to know. But all in all, the first two missions were fairly easy enough for us for once. Just simply punching people unconscious. And next time we head into our lovely perfume shop that claims selling itself a cure. God, this always feels too much close to modern day. But all in all, I will see you next time. Bye bye!